Hey Rick, this is Simran. Today I'm going to present my presentation for Pandas. So let's start. So in the very first command, I've created my Pandas data frame and I use this import Pandas as PD, and then I've inserted my data here, which is notebooks, paper, pencil, envelopes, and all these things with 10 rows and 10 columns. Then in the next command, I use this command to pass the data to the pandas data frame, and I called it stationery. So I use this stationery is equal to pd.data frame data. So the next command, what I did, I called my data frame name, that is stationery, and the output is displayed with names. As you can see here, it is displayed with names, so notebooks, paper, pencils, and all the values for it. Now in the next command, I insert names as index. So where it is 0 1 2 3, I inserted names at this place. So I use the command stationery is equal to pd.data frame data, and on the place of index I inserted these names. So when I call my data frame again, I write stationery and run the command. So you can see the output which is displayed now shows the names here. Okay, so now next command. In the next command I use, so the next command is the log command. So using log command, we can retrieve rows with names from data frame. So I use this stationery.log Sarah. So it shows me all the information related to Sarah, the data related to Sarah. So for Sarah, there are 5 notebooks, 6 papers, 3 pencils, and everything. Now in the next command, that is the ilog command, it retrieves rows with numerical values. So when I write stationery ilog with index, that is 3, so it will show me the data related to the person Terry, which is on the index 3, right? As we will see here, when I see here, so 0 1 2 3 on index 3, here is Terry. So it will provide me data with the name Terry, as you can see here. Now the next command, I will rearrange columns in my data frame. So firstly, in my data frame, the notebooks and papers were at front, so I will take them at the last. Okay, and pens and pencils in front. So pen and pencils are in front and notebooks and papers are last. So when I call my data frame again, stationery, and I run, so the output is displayed, and now this time notebooks and papers are the last 2 columns and pens and pencils are the first 2 columns. Okay, now the next command is a count command. The count returns the values of the non-null values in each column. So as you can see in my data, all the values are non-null, so it shows, so I use stationery.count and it shows pens, pencils all 10 10, because it is all filled with non-null values. So now the next command is the max command, and max returns the highest value in each column, and that's what it shows. So when I use stationery.max and I run it, so it shows the maximum value for each field. Similarly, the minimum command returns the lowest value in each column. So when I use the stationery.minimum and I run, so it shows the minimum value for each. Now next is the median command. So when I use this median command, median returns the middle value, as we all know. So stationery.median, when I run this command, so it shows the middle values for each field. Now in the next command, I describe my data set. So when I use this stationery.describe command, so it shows me the summary, that is the stats of the data set. So for all these fields, it shows me the count, the mean, the standard deviation, maximum, minimum, and everything. So yes, it shows here. So for now, next I introduce my second data frame. So I've named it df2, as I cannot name it stationery again. As you said, we have to name it some other name, right? So I've used df2, it is short and easy, that's why. So reading data set from csv, so this command reads the data set from csv file, and so pd.read csv and the path where it is. So the next command is info command. Info displays the total number of rows and columns. So when I write df2.info and run the command, it shows me the information that there is 24 entries in total and 10 columns. Okay, so the next command, again I call my newly data frame df2 and it displays all the information of the new data set. So here is the table. So this is the cars data I've taken. So for all these cars, this is all the information here provided. Now I use the head and tail command. So when I use this head command, df2.head, it gives me the first 5 values, and when I use this tail command, it gives me the last 5 values. So I had total of 24 entries now, so it shows the last 5, 23, 22, 21, and all these, and this is the head and tail command. Now next, again I run the command describe for my new data set, and again it shows all the statistics of new data set. As you can see, again the count, standard deviation, minimum, maximum, everything. Now I come to visualization. So for visualizing data set, I import libraries, that is person, matplotlib, and line. I enter all this information. I've taken my plot figure size 25,8, and then this is bar graph, and here I am. What I'm looking in this bar graph is for all those cars. I've seen the rating here, so right, so for all these cars it is clearly showing me the rating very clearly. I can see, and it is a very simple graph and showing me the clear information. I've taken this 25,8 because I didn't want the names to be overlapped, so that they are displayed properly. So now I take another data set. As you said that we can take the same data set and add another column and put the NaN values in it, but I've taken a new data set, which is the video games data set here. And again, I use the head command for this new data set. It shows me the first 5 values, right? And then I call my new this df3 and run the command, and then the information of this data set is all displayed here. So it is the video games and the information for video games, the sales, genre, publisher, and these other sales. Now if you notice this column here, I have NaN values, right? After the first 4 values I have NaN values. So in the next command, what I will do, I fill this NaN values with the value, numerical value 0.00. So I run the command. I write this command df3.fill NaN, and I run the command, and you can see now that in this column where there were NaN values, now here it is 0.00 numerical value here. But I anyways don't need this column because most of the values are 0 and it is not anyway important. It is other sales. I can drop this column. So in the next command we will drop the column. So I drop this NaN values column. So using this command df3.drop NaN, how is equal to any, x is equal to 1. So you can see here that the other sales column is dropped. It is not here. Now again, visualization, you said that we can show any one visualization, right? Histogram, a pie, anyone. So I use this histogram. So in this histogram visualization, I'm showing global sales for my new data set, that is df3, that is this video games data. So for the video games, it's showing the global sales. So it is showing this information for that. It is a simple histogram. Now comes the main graph that you said you wanted to see. So I again import libraries for visualization, and then I put in the information for my main graph. So I'm plotting bar chart via dataset with title. So I've entered this information where plot figure I've taken 14,7, and I am what information I am looking in this bar chart is that I'm looking at the global sales of video games, right? So I've taken the color orange, right? And all this font size, I've taken color for title is sky blue. So here is my main graph, main bar chart, as you can see. So here is all these video games, right? Here is the title written, global sales of video games, and here's the count of the global sales. So for this particular game, it has the highest global sales. So you can see that this proper bar chart gives me a very clear information. Here is it is showing the beautiful curve from highest to lowest on all the information is displayed properly. So this is my main bar chart here, which gives me the information I need. So I used all the commands as you said, and displayed this last piece of visualization. So thank you, Rick. Thanks for watching. I hope you like it.